was 14 years old. I got in the back of a pickup truck. I was just a kid, and I wanted to come and get a job, make a little bit of money. We grew up very poor. We didn't have much. And I went to this area of California, and I begged for a job until someone actually hired me to do the most menial type of work. And I ended up saving some money and going back to Mexico and helping my parents who were struggling. I would say that it was probably one of the most formative and magical times in my life. What I remember learning the most, the extraordinary work ethic that they had and the passion, and how thankful, how grateful they were to the United States for giving them a job, for allowing us to put food on the table, even though we were making at the time $3.35 an hour for extraordinarily difficult work, but we were all happy to be there. The most difficult obstacle that I had to overcome was to somehow believe that, number one, I had something to contribute to society, and number two, that I could actually do it. I met a classmate of mine who guided me through the application for the University of California and many other universities. I do anywhere between 200 to 300 brain surgeries a year. I am in my 12th year, so over 2,500 brain surgeries that I have done. And so I always think about it as being over 3,000 times that patients have given me a gift. My greatest accomplishment, it has been very simply being able to connect the laboratory and the operating room as with one bridge that allows us to learn from that patient, that allows us to give them hope. But in return, they give me the strength to keep going every single day. What excites me is the possibility that one day patients will not have to succumb to what I consider to be the most devastating disease that affects the human body, which is brain cancer. And I'm hoping that over the next decade or so, we will be able to translate all that knowledge in the laboratory back to the patient, because that's what they deserve. I would say that one of my favorites, as I look back, was actually picking tomatoes. I tell you why, because there were two kinds of tomatoes that I would pick. And the second type of tomato that we picked was through a machine that was an amazingly complex, what we call a tomato picker, where you would drive. And it's interesting because nowadays, when you go into the operating room and see me operate, I operate the same way. I connect with the patient with both of my hands. My feet control all kinds of microscope and spatial chairs, so I am completely connected, and I'm doing brain surgery this way. It was the similar principles that I used back then when I was picking tomato. They are amazing people. They are gifted in what they do, the messages, the movies that they made. I saw 12 Years a Slave. I saw The Big Short, Selma, Moonlight this year. And I am just blessed and proud to be a small part of it.